focus yourself on innovation, then you need to have one more setup of communication skills. So what does this communication skill mean? What do you mean by a communication skill? That is none other than this: you be yourself. Okay, you be yourself when you speak English. You no need to be a person of West, or I want to speak American English, no, I want to speak British English. When you say those concepts, it may not that applicable for you as Indian. You be an Indian, you speak as you are, you have your own voice, you have your modulations. So you no need to imitate others. That's what I am trying to help you here. You be as natural to yourself. Speak loudly, speak clearly. Open your mouth and let your words find space in your speech. That's the concept I am trying to help you. When you focus on this, be loud, be loud enough, and be audible to every corner to the room. When a person is asking you to give certain responses, you make sure that your response is audible, visible to the person who can hear. So that is the great skill that you will be benefiting from yourself. So moving ahead with the skill, then we have to look as something as there are two types of communications. Okay, so when we speak of communication, there are two types of communication. They are verbal and non-verbal. Okay, the communication setup is very simple in English, that is verbal and non-verbal. When we speak of verbal and non-verbal, so the concept of verbal communication is you need to have a tone, you need to be loud enough, your voice must, some are joining. Yeah, okay, the host will admit them, I hope.
Yeah, yes, sir. We will do.
Okay, so the verbal communication is that, what, as I said, you need to have a good tone. The tone must be very loud, clarity, and modulation. What do you mean by them? That is, you have to have certain discipline in the form of communication. Your communication must have certain loudness, clarity, and modulation. Second thing, you need to have a pitch and diction. What do you mean by this? The style and choices. Each one has his own voice. You have to train your voice with certain style. For that purpose, you have to do certain things. I will come to the end how you can improve all these things. But in the process of verbal communication, when we say person to person, then you need to have a good language. For example, each one of us, our mother tongue is Tamil. First of all, the question is, do we know Tamil well? Can we speak Tamil fluently with proper grammar? If you are able to do that, do as similar to that to English. That's the concept. Be natural, raise your tone with good loudness and clarity, but let the language be learnt well. But be very simple. Use those beautiful with appropriate vocabulary. Learn some new words. Make yourself to learn every day 5 words from the dictionary. The rest will follow as you are. Okay, moving to the next. We learned what is verbal communication. There is also certain things called, the next topic is non-verbal communication. Verbal communication, that is leading us towards non-verbal communication. When you talk to some person, when you talk to a person, you need to have a body language. You need to have some facial expression. You need to have some natural gestures. The topmost is you need to have an eye contact, and you need to have a hand movement. Make sure when you are communicating to people, see to that whether you have trained yourself in these topics. That is very important. Body language plays a vital role. Facial expressions, natural gestures, eye contact, and hand movements. Even an engineering student, when you are going for an interview, they will be looking for from you these qualities. They won't be looking much on the verbal communication. Yes, they will be looking at your flow of communication, but their focus will be also as equal to that in this non-verbal communication also. Okay, having those two things, moving further with communication, you need to have confidence. You need to have confidence. Why? Because you have to believe in oneself that I am positive towards within me, in my actions, in my doings, in what I am going to perform in the future. So, build up your confidence. Say to yourself, yes, I can do it. I will be doing and I will make it. Yes, confidence plays a great role. Confidence plays a greater role in the life of communication. Okay, so moving to next, I want to also tell you the process of communication. This is how a communication process works. You see, the importance, as we have seen in the slide, hearing, listening, smelling, touching. Am I right? Those concepts. When you bring those communication process here, you see the advantages of yourself and you look into yourself where you are. Ask the question, where am I right now in this process of communication? When you go for a communication, people say the priority is on listening. You need to have the quality of listening. Here it says 45%. Then you need to have the skill of speaking as 30%. And you need to have the process of reading skills and writing skills. I'm not switching to, I'm not saying that you when you go for a communication process you don't need a writing skill or reading skill. But for an entrepreneur, he needs speaking as well as listening skills. That is very important because most of the time you will be doing this listening and speaking, yet you need to have reading and writing. But they are also equally needed if you need a good communication skill. Okay, so we came to know the process of communication. So now, with that effectiveness, with that skills, with those concept of verbal and non-verbal, you need to have the confidence. When you are able to set up those braces, then that will lead you to innovation. Those concepts, those communication concepts will surely lead you to innovation. Now, what do you mean by innovation? That is none other than new way of doing, bringing a change, setting new goals. Okay, new way of doing, bringing a change, and setting new goals. That is innovation. As an engineering student, you have to have these qualities. Now, in those area of innovation, similarly, the concept is of entrepreneurship. So you need to think that the innovation must lead you to a product, must lead you to a process, and that must also lead you to a service. Now, what do you mean by product? So innovation is something that is going to come something new from you. For example, today, those entrepreneurs, topmost entrepreneurs, they are none other than Ambani, Tata, and Infosys right now. That is in India. But whereas when you talk of Tamil Nadu, Srividya, Vasant and Co, and TVS Sundaram. These are the topmost guys who are highly innovative with their products, with their process, and with their services. So ask yourself, when you are going for innovation, how are you going to do with your product? What is your product of going to be? What is your product going to be in a process, and what it will be going to be in the service? So to set a goal, you need to have a communication skills. The skills must lead you to innovation, to think that I must produce a product. My product must have certain process, and the process of my product must lead you to a good service. So then why this change in life? Because our innovation is leading us towards a change. It must lead you to a change. Then what is that change? That is to meet the customer's needs and demands. Remember that. Very simple concept. The change that we are thinking or planning to move ahead in life with the concept of communication through innovation is leading us towards a change. What is that change? It must meet the customer's needs and demands. So, moving next, when we are confident with that change, then we must ask ourselves, where can we bring this innovation? The process of communication in innovation, where it is leading us. Don't be the follower of someone. Okay, that's what I am keep repeating. You no need to imitate others. You see here, all the boats are going together. One boat is taking a new way. Okay, there is a famous author, Robert Frost, speaks, I took the road less traveled by. Yes, if you want to be a person who will be very innovative in leading a new life, then the person must change his track. That is the concept here. Okay, so the change is where the change, the innovation, and the communication that we are talking is leading us towards entrepreneurship. Okay, the change that we are talking is leading us towards where? It is leading us towards entrepreneurship. Then what is entrepreneurship? What is entrepreneur, or what is entrepreneurship? An individual who undertakes the risk associated with creating, organizing, and owning a business. As an engineering student, I will be advising to you all, you be this. Life must give you the control of taking certain risks. Okay, when you are setting up a goal, when you are planning to set a new take up of being innovative, be sure that you will face risk, but you be prepared. Okay, you be prepared for that concept. Then that will eventually tell you that you are going to be a successful businessman. So so when you see that entrepreneur, when you are saying, I am going to be an entrepreneur, my entrepreneurship is going to be filled with certain risks to be a successful manager or businessman, then you have to have certain characteristics of successful, being successful. So here, be persistent. Okay, persistent. Wait for the time. Okay, you wait for the time and have the entry. You be very creative. Okay, use your mind, import certain knowledge how I can be creative, then have the quality of being responsible. Okay, have the quality of being responsible, have the quality of inquisitive. Okay, interest. The meaning of inquisitive is having an interest in learning things. Okay, make yourself that I am goal oriented. Okay, my life is going to be, I have set a goal and I am going to focus on that goal. I'm going to be goal oriented. I will be independent. Okay, what do you mean by independent? You might know the word dependent. Depending is depending on someone's help, but if you want to be an entrepreneur, then you be different. That is the meaning. You be yourself and make yourself to have the quality of self confidence. Okay, self confidence is very important tool that you must acquire. As I said, you need to be a risk taker. Take risks, no problem. You are young, we all are young. Young blood is in us, so you must be prepared to take certain risks, and that is the best quality for an entrepreneur. Okay, on the other hand, those are the basic requirements for an entrepreneur. But the topic of us today, innovative in the flow of communication in English. When you say my English communication must also lead me to a good entrepreneur. Yes, the advantage of having this knowledge of English, because we are not a native learner, so we have to improve this communication skill. We need to build up human relations skills. As an engineer, we need to have the skill of mathematics. Okay, you mean what I mean here is that when you know those skills, it is very easy for you take the risks by solving that risk. Okay, so you will be, it is very easy for you to solve a problem if you are very reasonable, you are able to rationalize certain things, then the risk taking will be easily solved. The concept of having those communication skills. Be a good decision maker. A manager is the one who makes a good decision. Okay, so acquire those skills, as well as intake those technical skills. If you know small skills, basically for me, who is a good technician? I will say my mom and dad, because as a child I have seen them, the way they manage the family, the way they do certain things. Some problem arises, they have the immediate solution to do that. Yes, so you will be having quite a lot of skills from your family background, and think more to have certain things more in the further upcoming days to be a best entrepreneur, to be a best successful manager for certain companies. Then you need to have this. Then at the most you need to be having the quality of basic business skills, because the very concept entrepreneur is a person who is going to run a business. So then you must need to have the quality of what is business. You should know what is business. Okay, moving further, then how to make English communication in the field of innovation and entrepreneurship. So now I am coming to the point. So far I explained what it is, what is communication, what is innovation, and what is entrepreneurship. So now we are moving into that topic. How can we make this English communication in the field of innovation and entrepreneurship? How? I will be only giving certain steps. Okay, I will be focusing on certain steps. The first one is improve your communication process. It is possible for us now to have an online platform to listen to us. Yes, certain Google apps. This is Duolingo. Okay, this is a Duolingo app. Through this, you can learn English so good. Even you can learn Italian, French, Latin from this app. Then why can't you can learn English? Use that. Okay, this is a process of learning a good communication. Second thing I will be asking, I am forcing you all, speak to persons who speaks English. As classmates, you are not able to come to the college, yet you know some of your friends who can speak English. Ask them, get some appointment, and talk to them. Or talk to the person, talk to the staff, or talk to the person surrounding who knows English. 20 minutes, 25 minutes a day is possible for you. Because when you are talking to a person, that is going to help you in the future with certain group discussions that you are going to get involved in the interviews in the future. Okay. Because as an engineering student moving further for any interview, people will be asking you to attend certain group discussions, GDs. Then you will realize, yes, I missed the chance, I should have gone for certain people to get some English skills. So use that, don't waste the time. So moving to the next, read enough books, read enough and more books. Enhance your learning by the skill of reading. Read newspapers, read articles, read storybooks. That is going to change you to somewhere. Okay? Why I say this? Lot of new things you can get. If you are not able to find a word which is new, open the dictionary and find the meaning. Or open Duolingo app and find it. Or Google features, quite a lot of new features have come. Everyday new words, new creative thoughts. Open that and learn, and that will create certain things. That will make you to be more innovative. You will have more focus. Okay? Why I say this? Because certain things already it is in our hand, yet we don't use. So try to do that. Next is write your own autobiography. A great tool for improving your writing skill. Just you write your own autobiography. Take a small note and start writing from the beginning till today what has happened in you. Start writing in English. Make mistakes. Correct it. Read it out. Go for certain loud reading on that topic. Then you see, within no time, the communication skill is going to be. You are going to be someone different. You will be able to talk to certain people with certain styles, with certain gestures, and you will be having a new flow. So use that. This is one of a new means. They say old is gold, and this is one of that. Okay. The next one is, if you want to communicate good English, learn phonetics. Learn phonetics. You know, sorry to tell you, most of the schools that we had the primary and secondary educations, we missed this learning in English. We were not introduced to phonetics. And the problem arises when we are coming to this standard. So English, then we feel, yes, I need to get the knowledge of phonetics. It is very easy. Altogether 44 letters, though we have 26 alphabets, but phonetics will lead you to 44 letters, 44 sounds. It is possible for us to learn. Make yourself learn phonetics. Then you see you will be partaking in the world of West. What do you mean? Either an American English or an British English will flow into your tone as good English speaker. So learn phonetics. Lot of online classes. Use YouTube the best. I'm not requesting you go and join a class immediately. No. Possibilities are there. Means are already in the internet facilities. Use them. Learn phonetics. The next one is get enough and more feedbacks. Okay? Get enough and more feedbacks from the person who knows English. Why? Because feedback keeps you on track. If you want to be a good communicator, If you want to be an innovator, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, then get enough and more feedbacks from those experts who are well versed in the field of communication, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Yes. So here I am with my presentation. If you have any doubt, you are most welcome to carry forward.
Thank you, sir. It was really a nice presentation. Participants, as a reminder, if you have any questions, kindly post it in the chat box.
If you can turn on your videos and you are welcome to raise your questions. You are not able to type, you can ask me direct. Unmute yourself and speak.
Dear students, if you have any question, you can ask them.
Even you can ask in Tamil, but I will reply in English. My Tamil is not that good now, so feel free.
I hope your presentation was very clear, so I suppose, sir. That's why there's no questions.
Oh, thank you. Yes, let's see. Yeah. I think they are really the true students. I was also like that. When someone gives a lecture, I don't open the mouth. Oh, someone has asked me a question. Kindly suggest me a book to read which we can understand easily for beginners. Well, the best book and the best tool uh, from my part, he says, and to understand easily. Okay. I suggest the books of Robin Sharma, The Monk Who Sold the Ferrari. Certain books are very good. I don't know whether you are asking as a novel or something for life, or Heroic Leadership by Chris Lonely. If you want to set up a goal on entrepreneurship line, then Heroic Leadership by Chris Loney is also a good book. Otherwise, I will be simple. To be very simple, follow the articles in the newspapers. Every newspaper will give us, okay, every newspaper gives us very good articles. Go through that. That is the best tool also. Yes, good question. Thank you. Can listening to English songs improve our English in a professional way? Yes, Andrea, this is a very good topic that you are saying. Listening to songs, what kind of songs that matters? Listening to or watching movies, I am absolutely okay with it because I watch, I have benefited a lot. Possibly it depends upon you how is your listening skill, because when you want to be a good communicator, you have to have the quality of acquiring the habit of listening. Possibly, could be listening to songs will also help you more. I agree with that. Sir, my question is too much of fear and shy to talk in English for me. So, what I improve it? How can I improve it? And how to avoid grammar mistakes? Okay. Thank you, Nitish. Good question. Uh, why do you feel shy? Or what makes you fear? Because you are saying to yourself that I am low. Okay, you say to yourself I can make it. Okay, if you have a problem, go to the mirror and speak first. Otherwise, if you have a good friend, you talk to the person. For simple grammar mistakes, It's okay for a beginner. When you make simple mistakes in the beginning, it's okay. But getting advices from the person who knows, if you say, yes, I am making a mistake, ask the person how to improve. Otherwise, start from the beginnings, start from the scratch, just go through the grammar once again. Still not clear, repeat that, because repeating helps you to get into the track. Okay? Yes. Anything more?
Jobin sir, actually, we are having Institution Innovation Council student volunteers. I think this gentleman, Nitish, he can join in that. Because we are calling people, we want people from the student community as members. And yesterday also we had meeting. I think this gentleman, he says that he's having fear and shy. So he can be a part of that so that he can be slowly get involved in the programs.
Yes, yes. Please get this advice. If I am there, I would have joined.
Yeah. So we have made it open
Yeah.
to all, but only very few only have come forward.
Yes. And one more question comes. What's the step for a successful entrepreneur? I have already said you need to be able, you have to take risk. Very simple. Take risk. Okay? The college, when you are in the college, if you are able to get certain role to play, come on, get into it. Learn, make mistakes. People are there to support you. This is how we learned. The colleges where I have studied, I just voluntarily went in and I learned. And I feel proud of that. Yes. I hope it's time.
Students, do you want to clarify anything? When you talk, come forward and talk, your fear will go off. So that's what
Yes.
we are conducting these programs. Nitish? Nitish, you can unmute. So anybody has any queries? Manjula madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I think there are
There
no
are
queries.
no more questions, I feel.
Yeah. Betty, do you have anything in the chat box?
No, sir, I didn't get anything. Let's get into the vote of thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. So I invite Assistant Professor Ashley Bebby from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering and a member of Literary Club to convey the vote of thanks. Please, ma'am.
Ashley?
I'm not sure whether they can unmute the mic, sir.
Okay.
So because Ritesh also was not able to unmute his mic, I think.
Okay.
You have to make them the co-host.
Yes.
Them. Okay. So otherwise we will make it up. We will make it up. No issues. Okay. Manjula madam, you can make it up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, now I am unmuted.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning to one and all. So on behalf of Stella Maris College of Engineering, I take this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks for this session. At the outset, I thank our God, the Almighty, who is behind us, taking care of us. Next, I would like to thank our chief guest and my sibling brother Jubin Nath from Jesuit Society and now serving as Administrator, Human Life Center, Bhubaneswar. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence, brother. The way you stressed about the importance of English communication in the field of innovation and entrepreneurship would have reached all the students. I am pretty sure that precious knowledge that you gave us will definitely help us in the future. Thank you, brother. We are thankful to our Honorable Chairman, Dr. Nasrit Charles, our Vice Chairman, Mrs. Sumita Judson, and our CEO, Mr. Carol Judson, for their motivation. I would like to thank our principal for his enthusiastic support each and every day and today's session. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Next, I thank our director, Mr. Renjidam, our vice principal, Dr. Reena Daphne, joint director, Dr. Madhumadi, and all the head of the departments for their continuous support. Also, a special thanks to the Literary Club committee members for their unflinching support and coordination. I want to thank the student committee members who really work hard to make this event successful, especially Harisha from ECE and Sneha Betty from CSE. Thank you guys for your efforts. Next, our heartfelt thanks to our staff and students for their active participation throughout the session. Thank you each and everyone for making this event as successful with your contribution. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Participants, you can check the feedback link in the chat box. It's time to wind up. See you all again. Have a great day. Stay home, stay safe.
Betty, one more announcement. Today evening also we are having a program on leadership and entrepreneurship. Students who are interested, and you can take part in that program also. So we have an expert from an IT field who will be delivering lecture on leadership. Okay, students, take it as an opportunity, and I request students to be a part of the business plan competition, which is going to be held on 5th and 6th of this month. Registration has started, and the students have started coming up with the proposals. So those who wish to join, you can be a part of that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes.
Betty, can we end, or we have to wait for some more time for students to note the feedback?
I don't know, sir.
Sir, we'll wait for 2 minutes so that they go into that
Okay.
feedback link.
Okay.
Dear students, you can go to the feedback link and you can submit it. You'll be getting the certificates very soon.
So, dear participants, the Zoom link is given in the chat box. Brother Jubin sir, kindly note it, sir. Yes. Yeah. Participants, please join through the Zoom link. YouTube stream பண்ணிருக்கலாம்.